Alright, man, I'm gonna jump off.
Dude.
Hi.
Man, they're everywhere down here.
I can't stop yawning.
Like bed bugs, they're all over the place.
Oh, don't talk about bed bugs.
Uh-oh.
Our units are taking hold of objective
I like
Charlie
bed
1.
bugs, to be honest.
They make good snacks with A1.
A1 makes everything.
Well, cockroaches eat them. I know that much. I know cockroaches eat them. And sometimes I go in houses and people have them on their beds.
You could tell they get in the corner of the walls, like up near the ceiling.
Yeah, I know. I do it all the time.
They leave brown patches up near the corners of the ceiling because of the blood. They carry the blood up into the corner of the ceiling. Things are gross.
Yeah, I got work here, so he's all scared about them. He actually took his clothes off because he went to the house and somebody had bed bugs. He took all his clothes off and put them in the dumpster and they brought home and
I mean, okay.
I think it's pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
I've been doing it for so long, it don't bother me because I see it all the time. But you can get bed bugs just walking to Walmart.
I don't know if it's necessarily that easy, but
oh, it is because they had a case. People were getting bed bugs, and they found the source was Walmart.
Wow.
Yep. You can go to a nice house, and they have bed bugs. They brought it in from a hotel room.
Is there bed bugs in I don't know. I'm too tired to even finish that sentence. I don't even know what I was about to say.
Yeah, I know about bed bugs and cockroaches. Especially when you take a wheelchair apart and they crawl all over your hands.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
No, I tell you, this is gross. I went to somebody's house, and they can't move because they had a stroke, and the only thing they can't even hardly talk. They can move their hands a little bit, but she had a blanket on her, and her caregiver was taking care of her, and she had cockroaches crawling all over her face and her back and in her hair and everything.
How's that not like neglect?
Hey, don't I delivered the bed, put the bed up, and all out there.
Yeah,
That's nasty. That's nasty.
I mean, look, if like, you know, the home nurse or whatever isn't like cleaning up the cockroaches and the filth, like, I get that.
Well, the house was not nasty. It was just, they needed a exterminator to come in there and spray down the house.
Yeah, that's what, like.
But I tell you that the grossest thing is when you tilt back a wheelchair and you see liquid just come all down the back of it. It's not water.
It's urine.
Yep. And I'm sitting there going, well, I'm glad I have my gloves on.
Ew.
I seen poop on wheelchairs. I seen urine, everything.
And Doug just puts some A1 on it and keeps on ticking.
That's right.
No. I just look at it and go, I go and say, okay, that's why your chair is breaking down because you pee all over it. And the pee it was like acid. It kills everything inside the motors and everything, and they don't understand it. We keep on telling them. Okay, I'll do this and this. And they never do it, and they break the chair for us. But there's one thing about it. If their chair breaks down, we don't have to give them a loaner or fix their chair or nothing. But no. Well,
Well,
we can fix it. They'll pay for it, but they can gripe all about it. And we just say, hey, it's urine broke it. They peeing all everything. It's patient damage.
Can't be having
I mean,
The stuff I do, man. Oh,
Objective
man.
Bravo 1 is under
Sometimes
attack.
I go to people's houses and I stick to the floor.
Our units are taking hold of objective
Dude.
Charlie 2.
it. Let's see.
you don't get
Our
paid
units are
enough,
taking
man.
hold of objective Charlie 1.
It's all good, man. I get paid quite a bit.
Our UAV is
You don't
online
get
and
paid
over there.
enough. And I don't even know how much you make, you know you don't get paid enough. Ugh,
It's a good job. I meet interesting people.
yeah.
I actually have a person who lives in Davidson County, and I went to his house, and I knocked on the trailer to, hey, I'm here to work on a wheelchair. Oh, he don't live in here. He lives in that building behind the house, a storage building. Dude lives in a freaking storage building.
Our units are taking hold of objective Bravo 1.
One of those wooden storage buildings.
Like you buy at Lowe's, you just park it in your backyard.
Yep, lives in that.
Hey, I mean, make a good tiny home.
There is Charlie.
Yeah, it sucks for him because he's a big boy and his chair ain't a small chair. I don't know. It's a see. You see people who
Charlie 1 is under
don't
attack.
deserve the wheelchair and have everything they want,
Objective Charlie 2 is
and
under
then you go
attack.
see somebody who needs the wheelchair and needs this and needs that, but they live like that. You just your mind just goes, I don't understand it.
Our units are taking hold of
So you
objective Bravo
see
2.
all the perspectives.
Yeah, and I see people who would be all right if they lay down a chicken leg and stop eating too much. They can probably walk. I have actually seen somebody 750 pounds.
Wow.
And they wonder why they can't move.
Yeah, I had to do it once.
This has happened in Thomasville. We had to, it's a bariatric hospital bed. It's made for 1,000 pounds. Takes 3 people to move it. We had to move it from the bedroom to the living room because he couldn't get back in the bedroom no more because the door was too small.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like that
No,
that
wait a minute.
Discovery show, My 600-Pound Life.
Just waiting to hear his nurse. Remember Casey, how small Casey was?
Yeah.
That was his nurse, about that size.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me Casey was his nurse.
No. I'm just saying her size, her build.
Oh, okay.
Small she was. That was his nurse.
Yeah.
That means
Munchie.
If he fell on her or fell and slipped and fell on top of his nurse, nurse been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
and
some
then
sniping.
it's crazy. It just drives me crazy. It's just like, okay, 750 pounds. He probably made more than that. I don't even know. But we moved the bed to the living room, and he was like, "Oh, this is crazy." Takes 3 people to move the bed. Because he needs to have a motor to elevate the back of the bed up so he can sleep up, so he can breathe. So if he lay flat, he'll die because he's so way too much. It'll crush his. He couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Attack objective Charlie 2.
She saw the wheelchairs that we have for big people. That it looks like a love seat on wheels.
Wow.
Suit on wheels.
Actually sounds pretty cool.
I was going to say, I want one of them.
But I'm just saying that's
Don't
a
say that.
size.
I had to order one. Honey,
That's the size of the wheelchair. I was like,
call on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'll say you one.
Be like,
So-
sweetie, I have a request.
Remember that edition we let you get?
Yeah. I want a
But you know
love
how much
seat on wheels.
you know how much that chair cost? You know how
Buy
much
as
it
much as
cost?
my edition.
I don't know how much
It's
they cost.
between I'm gonna say between 8,000 to 12,000.
Actually, I thought it was gonna be more than that. That's not bad,
Well,
actually.
that's not bad. Yeah, but
That's the
a
price of a Honda
fully
Civic. That's better than a Honda Civic.
a full boat wheelchair with elevate, all the motors on it, elevate, tilt, recline for the people who are paralyzed from the neck down and stuff like that, and all
Wouldn't they use
electronic.
more hydraulics than anything? I mean, motors I think would wear out more. I think.
Well, no, they're actuators. They're worm gear motors.
Okay.
Attack objective B2.
You know,
I
worm gear up. They have a full boat. Remember Superman's wheelchair where he had that straw that sticks in his mouth, and remember the guy who broke his neck,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
had
Christopher
you remember the-
Christopher Reeves.
yeah. Remember the straw sitting in his mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a drink. That's how he drove the wheelchair.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's called a sip and puff.
Huh.
A chair like that with all that stuff on is probably between 35 to 45,000.
Wow.
Insane.
The more electronics you have on a wheelchair, the price goes up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And plus, when you like that, they get you around the movies and stuff like that. Money ain't no object, man. It's you get these people up so they have a
Wouldn't,
quality.
wouldn't insurance
Mobility
pay
is
for that?
important.
Wouldn't insurance
Say
be more?
Insurance will pay for most of the chair, but they won't pay for the elevate feature where the seat goes up and down like an elevator. But they pay for the tilt, recline, and power legs because that's more for pressure relief and swelling. And then, but if you had the elevate, they're starting to pay for that more often now. If you can probably try to get it paid for. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I looked at one of the delivery tickets and saw how much a wheelchair costs. And I was like, what? This costs more than my car.
That's insane.
Yeah, there's actually, I had a story somebody told me, you know, the fiber optics, the little fiber optic cable looking,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how some kid drives his wheelchair because he can't move his neck or anything. The only thing he can do is move his tongue, and they got a fiber optics right at his tongue where he can hit the fiber optics and drive his chair with his tongue.
Wow, isn't that something?
Well, here pretty soon they'll have like basically nanotechnology that'll link up to the brain.
And make it work, make the body work.
Yeah, it'll function.
But bad thing about that,
Well, they already have like I call them prosthetics, but like they're basically like cybernetic arms that are powered through electronic electrodes like into the brain.
but a
They
lot
already
of
have that.
But a lot of your patients who've been years and years and years in wheelchairs like that, they had no more muscle mass. They lost their muscles because they never use them. And you can't do that with them because they couldn't move nothing. They got no muscles to move their body.
Yeah.
In new patients, people who've recently been paralyzed, they probably can do that with, but the older patients, they can't do that. Just because there's nothing there to work with. Basically, if you ever seen a person that's paralyzed from the neck down, you could tell by their hands and their arms, how skinny and stuff they are, and their legs,
Yeah.
because they lose the muscles.
Yeah.
And if somebody works with them and keeps their body moving, you know, physical therapy all the time, you can keep your muscle mass up. But a lot of people,
Yeah.
they just.
Did you ever know my cousin Alex's best friend, Steve Hill?
No, I don't think so.
He, whenever they were going to Central Davidson, like he got into a car accident and basically paralyzed him from the waist down. And I mean, he was able to drive cars. He was able to do everything.
Yeah,
He was in a wheelchair. And
yeah, there's you have how they do that is it's pretty cool. We do that stuff too, and you can actually hook up like
oh, you
handles.
put paddle controls in the
We do it all.
car. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, people can. It's amazing how all that stuff is, and I was like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But we people waist down. We actually have one client. He's paralyzed, but it's weird. He's paralyzed from the knee down.
Whoa,
That's
never heard of
a
that one.
that's a strange one.
Yeah, because the way where he got paralyzed at, it's like, I actually asked when the ATPs went up for salesmen, do they do all that stuff? They have to have me licensed. I know how this breaks and how this works and stuff like that. And he told me it's the very last vertebrae with probably one of those that got messed up that deals with the knee down. But the leg up,
Oh, I pulled
the
the
knee
trigger.
up, and all that, he's good to go. But he's one of our roughest and toughest guys in a wheelchair. He'll break on those names. Bad, so boy. Every time I hear, I broke something else. It's like, okay, it's all good. But he could put on like braces on his legs where he can actually stand up and maybe walk a little bit, but not great. But he's mainly in a wheelchair. But he has he made his own how to drive with hand controls.
Yeah.
He took a crutch and made his own where he can push the gas and the brake and all that stuff, so he can, because he has some motion, he can actually do a little bit with his leg, like the gas or something like that. But the brake's the only thing he has trouble with, because you have to bash it really hard. He uses his hand to brake the car, but the gas he don't have to, because gas you can barely touch it and it'll go. But yeah, he's a character, man. He is rough, man. He is so rough on that chair.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yep, I see it do it all, man, when it comes to that field.
See that?
Then some patients, that guy who breaks his chair all the time, he'll bring the chair to us, and we have one guy, man. This is a couple years. Well, he calls that my elevate, my tilt, my recline. They don't work no more. It don't do no seat functions no more. But it drives.
All right. I'm getting off here, fellas.
All right, brother.
I'm gonna go watch that Yeezy interview.
All right, have fun, man.
All right, man.
I will see you whenever.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I should be on at some point.
Maybe Saturday morning or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man.
I'll see you.
Peace out.
And he wondered, and he was like, my chair don't work. And I went to his house, and I was like, okay, what happened? I was looking at it, and he said, yeah, I took it up here to the car wash, and I washed up underneath it, and washed all the wires and all that electronics and stuff. I washed everything off with a pressure washer.
Yeah. I mean, don't they know this stuff going into it when they buy a machine like that?
I said, oh, yeah, water and electronics don't work together too good. And then we called him up and said, we can't fix it because you did it. You need to come out of pocket pay for this. Right. Well, that guy's lying. I didn't do nothing like that. I'm a plumber. I know. I was like, yeah, you told me that you washed it with the pressure washer. And I had one guy leave his chair outside in the rain and cover up with a pool when those, you know, the kiddie pool looking, it's like the vinyl ones, and laid it up on top of it, thinking that'll protect it. And he wondered why his chair didn't work no more.
Yeah.
And I said, like, if you leave your TV outside in the rain and try to plug it up after you leave it in the rain, will it work? No, it won't. Electronics and water do not
They
mix.
don't mix, and that's something they should know.
It's just,
Who
as
opened,
I,
who opened the
you
window?
just shake,
Oh,
and I shake my head, and I'm like, you know what? We tell you, do not get this thing wet.
exactly.
Oh,
Which one?
I didn't know that.
No, I haven't seen that, but
Yes, it's crazy.
Never see that coming.
I walk around sniping people.
Infantry.
Where'd he go? And just misappeared. I've been here done.
I'm gonna look at this World War III thing.
Yeah, I'm in here, bro. Tearing it up. I think we're tearing it up. We are. Oh man, it's tied up.
What up?
What up? The guy says.
Defend objective Charlie 1.
It was a mess for a couple days, this game.
Oh, it was. I know it got bad reviews on Steam, but very
Yeah,
bad
people
reviews.
were grilling it. Like, I talk to the devs all the time. And
Now I'm downloading it. It's 65 gigs.
yeah, they were saying that
Okay,
there
well.
was a client side issue that they couldn't figure out. But then I think they figured it out yesterday, and I think they're making a patch tomorrow. But whatever they've been doing so far has helped like tremendously. Because for like 2 days in a row, I couldn't even get into a match. And if I did get into a match, it was like a Russian server, and everything was like glitching along the screen.
It's an estimated download time is 4 hours.
Yeah, it's because they use peer-to-peer.
Oh, God. That's crazy. I don't know if I won't be able to play it at all right
No,
now.
I don't think you will.
What up?
Nice. We gotta break apart that A. got John Wick on my team.
That's cool. Alright. It is almost 11 o'clock and I am tired. I've been driving a bunch today. Yeah, I had to drive. First stop from the shop was close to an hour away from the shop. And from my first stop to my second stop was an hour away. And to home was an hour and 30 minutes. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah, definitely.
And I can do it. I'm used to it. It's just traffic speed. Traffic is pure stupid.
You're dead, brother.
Oh, the hell you did it driving the truck?
Oh, it's rough, bro. Like you had to take it. You had to take driving like serious.
The bad thing about some truck drivers, they're buttholes. Some. I'm not saying all of them. Is because today I was riding down the interstate going about 70 plus miles an hour. If the speed limit was 70, I was going about 75-ish, somewhere in there. And he was right on the back of my van, sitting there. I'm like, okay, if somebody stops in front of me because the traffic was thick and everybody's moving at pretty good speed, if I stop and you can't stop, you're going to go right in the back of me. Give me some leeway, you know. I can't stand somebody riding my butt. In transfer truck, car, motorcycle, it don't matter. Because I'm going faster than the speed limit. If they don't like it, they can get in the other lane and pass me.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's everybody. It's truck drivers, car drivers.
Yeah, I think
it's just people who are impatient. And he was impatient because he wanted to get up the road. But let me.
Yeah.
If I got enough room to get over into the other lane, well, I say I went in the fast lane. There was a 3-lane road. I was in the middle. Fast lane was over here. The slow lane was over here. But I couldn't get in the slow lane because it was backed up. And he was sitting right on the back of my bumper. Drives me crazy. But you got some transfer truck, you know, there's thick traffic, they try to stay back a pretty good distance so they, if something happened, they have enough time to hit them brakes.
Exactly right.
But don't they teach you that?
Oh
stay...
yeah. Yeah, you at least want to stay 3 seconds behind if you can. Especially at highway speeds. But a lot of these truck drivers, man, they've been cut in front of so many times that they're just tired of it. They treat people bad. I get it. I used to have days like that where I was just rude to everybody. I'm tired of getting cut in front of and cut off.
See, I didn't cut in front of him at all. The thing I was in front of him the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's the one who got behind me. Because I was on the road and when they had it lined up, the road I was taking was that's the lane I was in. And I couldn't. I had to. It's everybody. It ain't just one person.
That's it, man. Everybody's in a hurry, like you said.
And I'm never really in a hurry because I don't care. As long as I get my job done during the day, I don't care. And that's why, like, when I'm driving, I like to be out in the middle of nowhere. And most of the day the places I went was out in the country, and I didn't have many people around me.
Yeah.
I can go like 5-6 miles with no traffic. I love that because I don't have to worry about nobody. Just drive down the road. Just getting on the interstates, going through cities, and that's the way. Because everybody's in that frame of mind and go faster. And the other thing that makes me mad is people on the stupid phones driving at the same time.
Man,
I about got slice plate. I about got sideswiped so many times because of that.
Yeah, that's the main reason I got out, man. Truck driver.
People just don't pay attention. I do everything speaker. Somebody calls me, I answer it and then lay the phone down beside me and do it on speaker so I have hands free and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much technology out there now with hands free and the Bluetooth cell phones and the radios and
Yeah, I do all that.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
man,
look at my little map and on my cell phone, and when somebody calls me, I have my other phone and I can answer it, put everything on speaker and drive down the road and perfect.
that's it, bro.
I know transfer truckers in North Carolina cannot have a cell phone. The only way they can have cell phones if they have a headset on.
Right. Yeah, I have these headsets that everybody kind of not know what's going on, but it's like a bone conductive.
Mm-hmm.
Like they go through your bones, so they kind of sit up on your temples.
Yeah, I know
So,
what you're talking about.
yeah, so you don't need, like, I can wear those whenever I want.
Yeah, the transfer truck drivers around here, they have to make sure they wear a headpiece, and everything has to be hands-free, phone-wise.
Right.
Give me
They are strict. And them state troopers, boy, they pull all the trucks over and weigh them.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
You remember them days,
Money for them, bro.
you remember them days, don't you? You ever get pulled like that?
Yeah. You know it, bro.
What they do, weigh you and say, hey,
Yep.
you're
Weigh
overweight.
in and try to get you. Yep.
Hi!
A FedEx overweight. Did you ever
Never at FedEx.
I know my father-in-law, my wife's stepdad, he drove for a scrapyard. They used to pull him over a lot.
Oh man, when I was an owner-operator, it was like a daily thing.
They pulled him over because they knew he was a scrapyard. But he'd take them tickets in there and hand it to the company, and the company had to pay.
Yep, that's what I did, bro. Like they were supposed to have them weighed at the rail yard, so whenever I got an overweight ticket, I got reimbursed.
You take that ticket in there and lay it, hey,
Yep,
and here's the ticket I got for being overweight. It's y'all's, not mine.
100%.
He was climbing on the back of the truck, fell, it was raining, and broke his hip, and he's retired ever since.
No, I don't. Dude, I'm so glad to get out of it. Like they're harassing these guys like crazy.
All right, it's how fast can you get the stuff out? That's the big thing now.
Yeah, this DOT. They're all looking at me.
Oh yeah, that's that too. DOT. We don't have a. We do have a DOT, but they are road construction and stuff like that.
Right.
The people who are all over. The truck drivers are state troopers.
Yeah, I got you.
They used to have like a DOT cop. They used to patrol and stuff, and they got rid of it and just didn't let the state troopers handle all that stuff. And the NCDOT take care of the roads and anything that goes with the road construction and everything. If something happened on the interstate or something like that, they have lane closures or something like that. They take care of all that. Yeah, each state do a different how they do the road construction. They're not roads, but pulling trucks or cars or whatever over. All right, man. How many days are you off?
I'm not off until next Saturday.
Oh, you mean
And not this
You had-
Saturday, next Saturday.
you have this day off.
Right, today's my only day off till the following Saturday.
And
Then
you
I'll have
work
weekends off.
Friday out of the way to Saturday.
You got it, bro.
Oh God, that sucks.
You're telling me, man.
Well, I will see you hold on, a week from Saturday.
All right, brother. I'll be here.
What I'll do, I'll try to get that game downloaded. What I'll do is do it while I'm at home, and while I'm cleaning or doing something, mowing the grass or something. I'll just put it and start downloading it, let it download itself, and just come back and check it.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Because right now I know I will be able
Dodge on
to.
the stop.
I thought it was gonna be real quick, but then when I got in there, and it's like, oh God.
No, it's like I said, it's like peer to peer right now. So you're connected. It's like a torrent.
What up?
Oh, okay.
So it's like you don't have their
They
own
don't-
servers up doing it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
When they get the servers up, it'll go faster.
Oh, 100%. Like I said, every day. I mean, I've been playing tomorrow. The client side fix is coming, so I'm pretty sure they'll have most of it buttoned up here the next couple days.
Alright, sounds good.
All right.
Because I'll try it out. I'll try it out.
Man,
and see
I mean,
what's
this is
going
all
on.
I've been playing. Like, this is all I think about playing. Like, the gunplay in this game. Like I said, when you first start out, you're level 1, and you know the guns all have attachments, like Battlefield did. Right? Where you
Okay.
play and you use the same gun for a while, and you level up and get more attachments.
Yeah, it's like Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Yep.
Style.
So you just kind of level your gun up, and the better it gets. Like I'm using a.
Are they what's them things called again? Kits like Spikeberg.
Oh yeah, they have their assault. I mean, you have like 12 different classes that you can.
Okay.
Level up.
Yeah, that's cool. That's more than Battlefield. Battlefield only had like 4.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can do it. There's so many different options in this game. It's unreal.
Yeah, I watched a video on it, and it was pretty neat looking.
Yeah, I liked it, man.
The environment destructible or
No,
not
I don't
really?
think there's any destructible environments. That's the only thing
Okay.
it is missing. But
Well, they're a small company. They're not going to be like DICE having all the destructive stuff.